Hi, this is Frode, and today we will explore 50 Psychology Classics by Butler Bowdon. "50 Psychology Classics", subtitle: Your shortcut to the most important ideas on the mind, personality, and human nature. Butler Bowdon is the best-selling author of the 50 Classics series, and in 50 Psychology Classics he shares the key ideas from 50 of the most influential works within psychology, featuring older psychologists like William James and Sigmund Freud, and more modern ones like Martin Seligman and Carol Dweck and Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. One of the reasons I like this 50 Classics series so much is because it gives us a very broad perspective of how the ideas within a field like philosophy or psychology have shaped the world we live in now and how we live our lives. And it's also just a great springboard from which to explore a field even more, since you kind of get a bird's eye perspective at first and see what you want to drill down into, instead of just going right down to the small perspective without knowing the whole of what's really out there. Something else that's really inspiring about these books is most people, or a lot at least, graduate from high school or college without ever reading a book again, especially not a book on personal development. And just by reading one of these books that Tom writes, you can get the best insights from the most influential works within the fields of psychology, philosophy, business, prosperity, economics, and more. So that's one of the reasons I bought almost all books in the series that I'm going to pour over in a few weeks. Now, let's get started. Today I want to talk to you about what psychology is, why it's important for our personal growth, and we'll look a bit at the nature of this book itself and how your experience of the book as a reader might be, if it's a book for you. Now, first, what is psychology? Very simply, we can say that it's the science and study of you. Why you think the way you think, why you do what you do, and why you feel what you feel as an individual. And then we can copy-paste those questions to society at large. And that's psychology. And the reason that it's so important to study psychology is, you can think of it like this. When you get to know a new person, you start learning about what they are interested in, what they believe about different topics. Perhaps some positive or negative reactions they have to a few of the topics and others, or some experiences. And you generally start knowing that person. And then you kind of become like a street psychologist, an involuntary street psychologist, by starting to understand what makes this person tick. But when you study psychology, it's like you're adding a magnifying glass to those insights that you have about other people and yourself. So your understanding becomes much stronger. And if you are ignorant of such simple psychological concepts like emotional intelligence, of trying to understand what other people feel so we can act appropriately, or our survival mechanism and how it's trying to prevent us from doing anything beyond what we had done before, of improving, then if you're ignorant of these things, there are so many things that are going to happen right in front of you, in other people, or even inside of yourself, that you're going to completely miss. And this will hold you back in your career, in the quality of your relationships, and in mostly everything that you do. But what fires me so much up about psychology is the potential it gives for personal growth. First, because it helps you to become better at communicating and influencing others, since you know what motivates people, motivates us in general, and it also learn to know what motivates yourself. So you can set the right goals for yourself and pursue the right activities. But also, you start understanding how our environment, the people around us, and our thoughts are shaping us. We are shaping our thoughts, the people around us, and our environment. And this is where most people stop. But by understanding your own psychology, you can start shaping the environment, who you choose to hang around with, and the thoughts you choose to think to serve your personal growth. Some specific examples are you can create an environment which is really inspiring at work or at home, hanging up pictures of the role models whose qualities you want to embody within yourself, or whose achievements you want to reach or surpass. And also, you can start hanging out more with positive people who lift you up and inspire you to work hard towards your goals, and less with people who are more negative and just drag you down and shoot holes in the balloon of your ambitions. So lastly, and one thing that is crucial, is you need to start filling your mind with positive information from instructional and inspiring personal development books, YouTube videos, perhaps like this one, or audio tapes. And this is gradually but surely going to start shaping the thoughts you think on a regular basis. And some research has proven that we mostly think 90 to 95% or even 99% of the same thoughts every day. And this is really on the ground level a good thing, because if we didn't have such habits as I feel hunger, therefore I need to eat, then we would pretty fast soon die. But it can also hold us back by keeping us to repeat negative thoughts, which are just dragging us down in everything we do, and not believing in ourselves or whatever the case might be. But those are some of the benefits of understanding psychology, especially to fuel your personal growth. Now, what about the book itself? What's the experience of reading it? Honestly, I would say that it's a slightly challenging read, since it consists of 300 pages of psychological theories, concepts, and research. But Tom has done such a great job at condensing and simplifying and outlining the key takeaways from these major works of psychology that if you are a psychology student, I would say it's essential. If you're a self-help junkie, you'll love it. And if you're none of those things, but you just want to learn more about yourself and others, then you'll also find it a really useful book. Now, let's summarize. Psychology is the science and study of you. The reason we study it is to fuel our personal growth, and 50 Psychology Classics is a great place to start, to gain a perspective of what's out in the field. What do I want to study further? Or you can just be happy with reading the book itself. There are tons of great insights to get in there. Right, that's the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please tell me if you like this kind of new approach I do to these videos of sharing the what, why, and how of the main idea or the main theme of the book, instead of sharing 3 random ideas from the entire book. So I'd also love to hear some feedback you have, some direct, specific suggestions for what I can do to improve these videos specifically for you. What would make you enjoy them even more and get more out of them? For example, talking more about the nature of the book itself, how it is as a reading, whether it's inspirational or very practical, and all of these things. But it's really hard to just pick and choose when I don't know what you think. So please give me some feedback, and I love to comment. And by the way, emphasis on specific and direct, perhaps even a bit something that you think even might hurt a bit, because well, the comments are like a good job and a great video. Those I do appreciate them, but they're not really helping me become better and create better stuff for you. So, specific and direct. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I release new videos book recommendations every single Sunday. And those book reviews consist of the books that have most inspired and helped me to grow to be a better person within the fields of peak performance, improving your skills, improving your relationships, finding a purpose, becoming happier, and lots of other stuff. All under how we can realize our ultimate potential. Right, thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome day.